Lucas called upon a sword. Rose and Mesh could sense the death coming from the sword, burning every sense in their bodies, making it certain that they needed to run for now. In that moment, dozens of cultists appeared before them, blocking the exit. The three started to fight their way through. You have become one with death itself, haven't you? The cultist said, while avoiding Lucas' sword strikes. So how long before this world is going to burn? A week? A day? Or maybe just an hour? That's it. You have an hour to stop me and save this world. Or you could work with me, a brand new world at our grip. The cultist shouted. Still, Lucas kept on attacking, only to stop for a second to check on the kids. They tried their hardest, but the amount of cultists before them didn't go down. Mesh was the first to break down. Rose tried the hardest, but he itself just burned her lungs, making it difficult to stay awake, let alone fight. Ian felt the touch of death on his body, the easy wish to just give up, just like his friends, ending it without much trouble. He had made his peace before, yet he could still feel the magic Lucas used to heal his body. With that magic, he took on a new oath to get the two out. This was a challenge to overcome. A spear shot forward and broke his right shoulder, snapping it out of his confidence to keep going. He looked back for help, but the fight behind him was just more deadly than the one he was facing already. Then he saw it. A circle appeared on the ground. Ian tried to see what spell was being cast, and which of the two fighters was it. He couldn't tell. A bright light enveloped the whole room. Ian still tried to sense anything, yet his body and mind were already numb. Everything just turned dark. It got cold, really cold. Lucas saw the kids fall, one by one. He cursed that his body was so weak. Still, he knew that he just had to kill their leader. And yet, he cut him with the essence of death itself, leaving no trace at all. You seem to wonder why you can't kill me, despite being the incarnation of death itself. It's simple. I was studying your magic, and I expected that you still had a contract with death. So I got something to help against it. Sensing the area, Lucas searched for a spell. Clever. Every time I cut you down, it gets reflected to another soul. So your plan is to just outlast me. The cultist started to laugh and activated his seal. No, that was more of a backup. I couldn't be sure if you got stronger or weaker, so I prepared for both. With that, Lucas' body got slower. There was something off. He felt his body shrinking, with his clothes barely hanging on. Then his hands catch by chains, stretching her body. Lucia looked at the cultists, who cut her clothes open. Really, that's what you are going for, she said, watching her clothes fall, piece by piece. The cultist peeked one time. Don't get too full of yourself. I'm just removing the protective seals. And I already have the perfect dress for a young lady like yourself. Two cultists pushed the box next to Lucia's body and opened it, revealing a wedding dress. You do know that I'm already married. Secondly, the cultist ignored her complaints and put a dress on her. Okay, I had my reservations, and the fact that there's nothing covering my upper back is a bit too wild for me. Else, it is a lovely dress. Ignoring the man clothing poison. Who the hell poisons a dress anyway? The cultist smiled at her. Oh, that poison is just first step. And what comes next is really just for my pleasure. Considering that all I have to do now is wait for your mind and body to break. So, is there something you would enjoy before the end? Or should I just have my fun, my dear? Lucia tried to spit in his face. The poison made it weak to aim high enough. Even if your plan works, I get at least one moment where I can rip your heart out, she said, before collapsing into her chains. No, it wouldn't be fun if you would just break down now, he said while lifting her head a bit, taking away the last bit of movement she had left. Wishing for an escape, did she close her eyes? Rose heard someone yelling out her name. With the last bit of strength she had left, did she open her eyes, only to see a blurry face above her. She closed them again and opened them, allowing her to see a bit more clearly as Saphira whipped some of her hair to the side. I will protect you, she whispered. Then Rose's other senses came back, noticing the temperature around her. Take the free out, little dragon, an unfamiliar voice said to the dragon girl. Rose got slowly up and walked over to Mesh, while Saphira grabbed Ian. She just ignored all the frozen cultists and walked right up to him. Ian, please, get up, she asked, looking at the boy slowly getting up. He looked around, till he saw the unknown person. Dad? What are you? Ian started. Jack stopped hiding his presence. Oh, I'm here to save the day. No, follow my order and leave. Ian first. Ian wanted to say something, but he knew that his had to wait. So he grabbed Zephyrus and allowed her to drag him out, leaving Jack, Lucia, and the lead of the cultists in the room. There was a voice in his mind that told him to turn around and fight, yet he could feel Zephyrus getting weaker, and the others weren't in better shape. So he just focused on running. Aren't you already married? Jack asked as he came in reach of Lucia's body. Don't touch me. The dress is poisoned, she whispered with the last bit of strength still left. My king, what leads someone like you into the house of a meek commoner? The cultist asked. Jack some multiple eyes swords and locked in his target. The sword started to fly toward and pierce the target. Lucia fell to the ground as the chains broke. As she was lying on the ground, did she notice that it got easier to breathe? The cold helped her to realize that the dress had been ripped apart. Jack threw his jacket over her. So, what is the state of the situation? He asked while helping on her feet. Lucia looked at the cultists. Well, we have half an hour till the end of the world, or I collapse, forcing the end earlier. Jack looked at her. Then I'm going to fight on my own. Can you stop the end of the world? Please, say we just have to beat him. He asked, knowing the answer already. So he stepped forward, willing to take on his fight. How sweet. But you're too late, my king. Drawing onto the chaos magic surrounding them, the cultists attacked. Jack froze the spell in midair, startling the cultists for a moment. This, you aren't the only one able to use chaos magic, Jack said, and created a barrier between his fight and Lucia. Ready to settle the score, the Jack summoned two blades and attacked. Lucia broke down, watching Jack fighting. She had to think of a solution. They spent all these years fighting and preparing just for this moment. There needs to be something she can do. That's when it hits her. She pushes herself off the ground and reaches the ice barrier. I draw. The ice barrier shattered, bringing the fight between Jack and the Cutters to a stop. I special summon my final boss monster, with your Black Queen. The ground started to shake, getting the cultists to attack her instead of Jack. The moment he realized the change in target, the Jack jumped between the attack and froze it in place, trapping the cultists in the middle of his movement. Gia's body started to glow. Jack's jacket started to fade out and be replaced by a long black dress. It's over, the cultist said as he looked her into the eyes. Jack couldn't understand him, till a sudden force knocked him into his own ice wall. Seriously, was all he could say to it, leaving him to watch her get closer to the cultist and free him. He wrapped his arms around her. I know you would come around to see it. His smile froze as the darkness consumed his body and slowly broke him apart. You cursed witch, was all he could say to her. She smiled at his demise. Lucia, great job, but we still need to stop the end of the world, he whispered while getting back on his feet. She started to move towards him, ready to take his life as well. Just before he got in reach of her, did he create another seal, just like the hundreds he placed around the kingdom. You let me place these for a reason, so come on. And now you are still in there. He pleaded and tended her sword. She looked at it, gave a devious smile. Oh, how lovely, she whispered. In that moment, the spell took final effect. Lucia's body collapsed to the ground, with 7 lights emerged from her chest and vanished into the air. After the glow died down, they checked it closer, seeing that his friend was still breathing. He quickly collected the last remains of her clothes to cover her before he picked her up and left the cultist side out. On the outside, he saw the knights dealing with the last of the cultists. My knights, he had wisdom. I'm thankful that you all came together to prove that no one, no matter how evil, can overtake this kingdom. With that bit of motivation, did I stop the last 3 cultists, setting an end to the whole fight. Rose and Sophia ran close the moment the speech was over. Don't worry, she's still alive, just a little tired and hungry. Now, time to get home, he said. Saphira turned into a dragon form. Where is Ian? Jack asked, before laying Lucia on the dragon's back. House, and Zephyr looked around. Jack saw a son a bit away from the knights. Maybe you girls should leave already. We don't want to see Lucia starve, or Zephyr being affected by the dark magic that's still in the air. With that, I picked up Mesh and returned to the capital, wondering why Ian stayed behind. Ian looked onto the ruins of the hideout. Jack stepped behind him and laid a hand on his son's shoulder. You just missed your friends leaving. Ian turned around. We lost. I was so confident. If I... He started. Jack punched him hard enough to send the kid flying into the crowd of knights, letting them all look to them. Ian slowly got back up. Without hesitation, he drew his sword and attacked. Jack grabbed the blade and stopped him. Look at that. You can still fight, he said, and let go of the sword. The knight stood there waiting. After a few seconds, one of the old knights laughed. The other older knights started to do so as well.